Financial wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Fronti.
Well, happy Saturday again from Don Getling and Gino Fronti for over 6 years now. We can actually say we've been sharing with you what you need to know, want to know, and should know about real estate, finance, and so much more, and helping guide you to personal financial wellness. And today's show is all about that.
Yeah, this is absolutely one of the most critical pieces to feeling that your family has personal wellness because you've taken care of this financial piece. And it's not necessarily a financial piece. Most people don't think about it as a financial piece, but it is. It's the one that protects you when you're gone.
All right, so we'd love you to join us at our custom-built studio, the Vault Media Studio, right here at Skyline Home Loans off of Turney Road. That's right, your local direct lender. We've been helping families with their dream of home ownership since 1985, not the new kids on the block. I've been doing loans almost that long.
Yeah, almost the same amount of time.
87, so I'm going on 30 years. Our team here has got hundreds of years of experience, I swear, and they're all doing it for the right way, the right reasons. And believe it or not, rates are great. The real estate market is great. It is time for you to go purchase your first home. If you don't think you can, you should find out if you qualify. Believe it or not, you can get it in as low as 0 down as a vet, 3.5% to 3% down. If you're not, and there's grant programs and options for you to help you get into a home. We love helping. Nothing like handing you those keys to your first home.
Yeah, I know people squirm when I say this, but we just did a loan that was 104% loan to value if you consider the government grants that were available. So this person came in with absolutely no money out of their pocket. They were not a veteran, and they still bought a home.
All right. There are parameters around that. Let me clarify. Thank you,
yeah,
Gino.
It's a small box.
Hey, the line is forming out our door. 104% financing. Everybody's like, oh, no.
No, it's possible. Look, and it's all government programs that have been around for a very long time, and you qualify, and the income is very, very tight. Everything's scrutinized to the fullest, so it's a very safe program.
All right, so you heard right here. We'd love you to join us here in the Vault Media Studio again by going to donandgino.com, donandgino.com. Click on the live streaming button, and you will enter the Vault Media Studio and see our very beautiful guest today, back by popular demand, Miss Lisa ODOM with Poole Shaffery.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. we always love having you part of it. And she's a good friend of ours and our trust attorney and so much more. We see her at Afterburn Fitness on a regular basis. We utilize her services personally, but we also share her expertise with a lot of our clients and vice versa. And we're going to talk about that today, is the value of really working with a true professional that you can trust, that has resources for you above and beyond what they actually, what you're actually paying them for. A good professional can become a resource for you by having other resources around them. And Lisa's part of America's Professional Resource Group. It is a group that we have put together based on all the great interviews we've done for over 6 years. And you go to our YouTube channel, you're talking 1,600 interviews that are on our YouTube channel. And now we found the best of the best, and Lisa's one of them.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you've proven it. I mean, we've been part of America's Professional Resource Group for a couple of years, and we've really become close and helping each other and helping our clients out. And I guess today, for you all out there wondering what's the value of having them help me with all kinds of different things or having resources, we can give a perfect example of a client that you were helping out with something that was not related to Skyline Home Loans and Don and Gino.
Right, absolutely. As you guys know, I am a trust lawyer, and I handle probates and trust administration. And last year, I think I mentioned on a prior show, I had a series of widows. It was very sad. There was a lot of husbands that passed away last year prematurely. I'm sure there was also lots of wives, but I just happened to have more husbands that had passed away.
Yeah, my ex is calling him right now going, how'd that happen?
How do we work something out?
So one of the things that happened is one of my widows was, we had to deal with some probate issues because unfortunately, as is the case so often when someone dies prematurely, there was business interest that hadn't been handled prior to his passing because of course nobody expected him to pass. And she came to me so we could figure out how we were going to properly transfer the business interest. During our discussions, we got to know each other. I became rather friendly, and really, I advised her on so many different issues that had come up in the course of handling his estate, and also the realities of becoming a business owner when you weren't the primary business owner or you weren't running the business. And it's a huge change for a widow. It's a very tragic thing to have to go through. And so during the course of that, we became very friendly. Well, we finished the probate portion of the work and had her come in so we could discuss some items. And during that discussion, she mentioned that she was having a very difficult time getting her loan on her property refinanced. And in the course of that discussion, I realized that the advisors that she was seeking assistance from were actually just providing, in my opinion, bad information. Of course, I would defer to you guys on that, but her story didn't make sense. And not from what she was saying, but just what the advisors were telling her from the lending perspective. So I suggested that she reach out to you guys, to Skyline, and see if you guys would be able to help her. And I got the great news today that it sounds like you were able to.
Yeah, everything's going really well for her. And, the unique thing is, and we talked about this a little bit on the National Real Estate Cafe, is how self-employed borrowers are underwritten is sometimes unfair.
Yes.
Really, the way the guidelines are written, they're written for W-2 borrowers, or as our CEO likes to say, written for Ozzie and Harriet. And that's just not our reality today. That's not how the world moves today. And the solution to this problem in the 90s was stated income. That'll solve all, all self-employed borrower problems. Well, that wasn't the right solution. So, ultimately, probably bank statement programs will probably end up being the right solution. But currently they have higher risk.
Right.
So they become a little tricky. But this one really, honestly, I hate to say this, but if I was probably to ask her what her other two lenders were, they were probably banks. And the banks just don't have a lot of options. They don't have a lot of talent there, because for us, it wasn't an incredibly difficult transaction. Yeah, there was a couple things that needed to be addressed, and
Sure.
We had to talk to our senior underwriter about it a couple of times. We said, hey, if we do this, and she goes, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, wait, did I just say that makes a lot of sense? Common sense? That doesn't exist in our industry very much. But that's what we're going to do, make sense underwrite there.
Well, and I think one of the really important things that I took from it was also the importance of really connecting with your clients and listening to what's going on with them. I think that a lot of time advisors, lawyers, lenders, CPAs, we think that we only need to handle what is actually present before us, or that what we actually have to handle. But I think what really distinguishes advisors from others is their ability to think outside the box and try to help connect people so that they can get the things that they need done. The reality is I have nothing to do with the lending transaction. I don't want to have anything to do with the lending transaction. It's not my business. It doesn't concern me in any way, shape, or form. But I saw that my client was having a concern. I would agree that I believe it was regular institutional banks that she was sought out before. And the reality is I didn't feel like they were listening to what her needs were, and I also didn't feel like they were thinking outside of the box. Whereas I think that, true advisors will think outside of the box and come up with creative solutions. I, of course, have the benefit of having worked with you guys directly in my own personal life to know that you guys are out-of-the-box thinkers and will come up with something that's ethical but workable and something that will work for everyone. And I have been nothing but thrilled with what you did for me. So it was a really easy referral for me. But I also think I think one of the things that people don't realize is how important it is that they connect with their attorney or with their CPA or with their lender or with their financial planner. You've got to be able to speak freely to these people and know that they're going to take care of your best interest, because it really does, from the estate planning side, it lets me plan your estate properly.
Right.
I mean, even, her getting this modification that she needs enables me to help do the rest of her estate planning a little easier for her, because now she has more liquid cash available and can do different types of investing, which corresponds with her financial planner. And so there's so many facets of it, and I think it was just a really important reminder as an advisor that we need to take a step back every once in a while, turn off the clock, and just listen.
Yeah.
All right. We're hoping you're listening out there, because that was great information from Lisa Odom with Poole and Shaffery right out here. And you're not real
Across the
close,
street.
across the street from us, right off Attorney Road.
1 minute away.
Yeah, you can come here and get all your needs handled right here on this street. But it was great information, Lisa. And we go in this next couple of segments. I want to talk more about the values of having professionals that are connected, the values of having professionals that actually listen, because a lot of professionals do only worry about whatever their I guess, their expertise
Specialty.
is, their specialty
Absolutely.
is. But there's so much more to that. And that's what our goal here for 6 years now is really to help connect a lot of you out there and give you quality advice, to give you options and direction to help guide you to personal and financial wellness. We're going to continue that when we come back to the next segment of the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. Check us out more at donandgino.com and get involved.